Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to 24K movies, TV shows, and gaming reviews. It's been a few weeks, but we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, I have so many videos coming for you. All I can say is pop out the popcorn, sit back and relax with your favorite bag of snacks, and get ready for these game tracks. Because I am the Game Ninja, this is the Game Dojo, and you know what we do, baby. So, ladies and gentlemen, 24K reviewed two special movies today that I didn't intend on doing. We have some other ones coming for you, but let's just talk about the elephant in the room. And no, not because you see the red underneath the black here. Yeah, that's for later. I know you guys are like, is he rocking the Mario? Yes, I'm rocking the Mario. That's for later on. No, you guys can't get that right now. That's for later. If you're good little boys and girls and stay tuned to the channel, you'll get that. But yeah, that's a little bit later. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are talking about Rebel Moon. Now I know what you're saying. You already did a video for Rebel Moon. Yeah, I did. And in point of fact, I thought it sucked. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there was a director's cut released for Rebel Moon. And at first I was just like, I'm not gonna watch it. Why would I jump into the same crap over and over and over again? But I saw some people that I trust talking about it, and they're just like, yo, this ain't the same movie. This is clearly a totally different movie. Like, it changed my opinion of the whole movie. And I'm like, I don't really think it can. But then I thought back, Justice League, and then I thought of, Josh Whedon's version and Snyder's version, and they were night and day. And then I actually saw the Snyder version versus the Whedon version, and mind blown. So I said, what the hell? Let me go snag a copy of that Rebel Moon Director's Cut edition and give it a go. Now, this video will be part one, not part two, as part two I haven't partaken in just yet. It's about 4 hours long. So, yeah, there's that. But I know what you're asking. 4 hours of a crappy movie? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I want you to sit back and relax with your favorite bag of snacks, because I got some game tracks coming for you. And that movie tracks is first. This is a totally different movie. Yeah, I have to agree. 100%. Totally different movie. I really wish this was the version we got treated to when it first came out. This would have changed the whole impression of the Rebel Moon. This would change the entire impression of what this film franchise would have been. I haven't even seen the second one yet, but I'm telling you, complete 180 from the first movie that I saw with this. Everything in this movie is cranked up to an 11. Everything. If it was a 2 or a 3 before, it's an 11, a 13, or a 15, just straight through the roof. Violence, sex, storyline. What I kept saying is there were so many things happening in the original version. I wish they had turned it into like a TV series so that we got more of the information and we got more of what was going on with the characters. There was a background. You laid the universe at our feet where we could partake in the full meal instead of just crammed together and there's everything. And this version, it did that. It did that in spades. So many questions that I had when I watched the first version were answered in this version, and I was actually surprised in that. First of all, let's go and give it a little hand clap, because in the first 10 minutes, I saw nipples and vaginas and pubics and violence and exploding little creatures, and it's just let me tell you something. Why wasn't this the version we were given at launch? What are you doing? I don't get it with these movies. You want us to get the crappier versions at launch. Like, are you sacrificing and literally just destroying your own franchises? This is the movie that should have led out of the gate when you first told us about this R-rated version of your Star Wars endeavor. This is the version we should have been given. And I guarantee you, you would have been met with success rather than what you were met with. It was at the most. This, yo, I did not expect to watch the entire thing, but I did. Let me tell you something. I did not expect the level of that I got with this. Violence, sexual overtone, creatures, backstories, digging into the whole universe. The moments that we saw that were pretty cool were expository and gone into so that it told you this is why this happened, this is why this happened to do this. Like, it gave us the meal we wanted when we first had Rebel Moon. Yes. And I am going to go back on my word. This is now an awesome movie in my book. I turned this from a piece of trash, copper, into, I'm going to give it gold. It's definitely gold. Can I give it a platinum? I want to give it a platinum, but I'm going to reserve that since this is part 1 of part 2. See, I didn't do that. You guys did that. Since you guys made it part 1 of part 2, then I have to have the full meal, the full 8 hours before I can say, hey, as a whole, it's platinum, it's gold, it's silver. But this movie, as a standstill, is gold. I would love to give it a platinum, but not until we got the full meal. But as this movie, I am 100% taken back over my initial reactions when this first came out. 100%. There's really no need to go into any other detail. You need to see it for yourself. Like, it's literally that different. It's night and day. If you saw Rebel Moon before, throw that shit out the door. Get the director's cut. And from the door, if you're not immediately changed in your opinion from when the first 10 to 15 minutes, even before the words Rebel Moon even hit the screen, I guarantee you feel differently about this movie. Because at first I put it on and I was cleaning out the air conditioner because I was like, I just put it on in the back, so I'll do a review for it. And as I started watching it, I was like, oh, this wasn't in the original movie. And I was like, oh, so it's like, new footage. That's pretty cool. And then I'm like, wait a minute. None of this was in a real movie. Then I was like, oh, so this is the reason. Oh, so, okay, so this is what happened? Okay, wow, whoa, what is, whoa, whoa, whoa. Put the kitties to bed on this one. Whoa, cover your eyes, whoa. And when I mean, I'm going to give y'all some spoilers. Sorry. If you don't want spoilers, turn away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've been warned. The level of sexuality in this one, I didn't think y'all would go there. Y'all cut all of that out in the original version. Like, bravo. Like, there were creatures with glowing nipples and vaginas and metal nipples and metal vaginas and real nipples and real vaginas and naked dude butts and naked dude schlongs, and there was just nudity and sex scenes, and I was just like, what the hell am I watching? It took me back to, 1996 and Cinemax, when you turn into channels at 11:30 and you accidentally go by HBO and you hit Cinemax and you're like, whoa, what is this? Yeah, Cinemax. Rebel Moon. This is Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon. And within the first 10 minutes, I thought I was watching oh, what's the name of that damn movie? Oh my god. Silent Hill. You know the scene where Helmet Head yanks the clothes off the woman and she's there naked and then he yanks the skin off the bones? There's a scene where they're yanking the clothes off a priestess and boobs and nipples are flopping everywhere, and then they're just taking these urns and just staking them and burning and sizzling them while violence is just going on and they don't shy away from the nudity at all. Like, you see Padawan, like they show all of it. All of it. And I wasn't ready for that in the first 10 minutes of Rebel Moon. Like, whew, I had to wipe my eyes and check myself because, like I said, I was working on the air conditioner and I'm like, what? Wait a minute, what? Did I put the right movie on? Is this Rebel Moon? Because remember, the words Rebel Moon haven't even showed up yet. And I'm like, this is a very, I was expecting cuts and them to cut away and go to something else. Sorry, I got a hair in my eye. No, there was no cuts. There was no jump cuts. There was no, there was no cutting whatsoever. This is a different movie altogether. Like, I would go so far to say this is not a rated R. This is, I would say maybe rated NC-17. Just for the sexual content. But the violence content, yo, they could give Deadpool a run for their money for some violence in here. Let me tell you, there has been violence like the likes I haven't seen in a while in Rebel Moon. And the first Rebel Moon had some violent moments, but not like this. I'm talking like head popping, eye gouging, throat ripping, brain splattering, heart exploding, limbs being blown off, testicle popping. It's violent. It's really violent. Like, there's some movies that are like maybe like a silent R and maybe like a low R rating. And then there's movies that are hard R's. And then there's movies like, this is not an R. This movie should have been NC-17, but I don't care what it's rated. The movie as a whole is absolutely amazing. I got a better story, a better understanding of the story, the universe, and the characters. Not to mention there's some beautiful cinematography in here that was cut out. There's some scenes that was cut out of the original version that I have no idea what idiot did that. Whoever was the idiot who edited for content was pretty stupid, because some of the scenes that I saw that weren't in the original Rebel Moon were absolutely beautiful cinematography wise. I'm talking about where you just look at it and you're just like, I can see the money spent on production in this thing. CG, some of the CG was flawless in this version. And some of the action and some of the, it felt like I was watching, it was a different experience, a totally different experience from the initial Rebel Moon. And pleasantly surprised. If you were let down by the original Rebel Moon, you need to see the director's cut. You need to see this version of Rebel Moon. And I don't say that lightly. It is a different movie altogether. Matter of fact, watching this director's cut, I couldn't even remember, like some of the things I was like, okay, so this happened. Oh yeah, I remember that happened. And then some things I was like, oh wow, like it felt completely different. It felt like a different experience, like a new experience. And I've never been so happy to been so proven wrong and taken back by a version of a movie. The sad point is it took this long to release the director's cut. And why weren't we given this at launch? That's the sad part. We weren't giving this at launch. And I feel bad because the lesser movie was released to the public and the lesser movie was judged by the public, and the lesser movie is what goes down in history. I don't even know if people know the director's cut came out. I don't know if people know if the director's cut is available. I don't even know if the director's cut is available. How I got it, don't ask. Don't worry about it. But I did watch it. Maybe it's available for stream. I don't know. I have to look into that. How I got it and how I saw it, like I said, it's an ancient Chinese secret. So I could tell you, but the game ninja would have to come after you and kill you. Sorry, logistics, guys. But anyway, I'm actually happy. I am actually happy. Like, It changed my entire opinion of this movie. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Rebel Moon, I can now say is awesome. I haven't seen part 2. I've seen the first one, which the version that I saw is called Chapter 1, Chalice of Blood, the director's cut. So it's Chalice of Blood, the director's cut. And I'm actually excited to see the sequel now. I'm actually really excited to see the sequel because going into this, I had very low hopes and expectations after seeing the original Rebel Moon. I'm like, what else could they put in here? Oh, some 5 minutes here, maybe 10 minutes there. But it's not. It's a different movie altogether. And I've never been so pleasantly surprised in my life. Like, this is the Rebel Moon I wanted when I heard it announced. When I was excited about hearing a rated R version of Star Wars, the way somebody wanted to tell it, this is the excitement I wanted. This is the movie I wanted to see when it was supposed to come out. And what we got was suckage. And I
actually enjoyed this version a lot better.
Yeah, the Nightmare Creature watched it with me. And it's without words. Like, they're night and day. They're complete night and day. And I don't get why we didn't get this version. For whatever reason, I don't get why we didn't get this version, but I'm glad this version is available. And I highly recommend you check this version out because you're going to see acres and leaps and fathoms better than the original Rebel Moon. Like I said, everything in this movie was turned up to an 11, a 12, and a 13. And when I mean turned up, I mean keyed up. The regular scenes are just, it's a different meal. It's a different meal. Rebel Moon, the original experience, is a Hot Pocket. This is Thanksgiving dinner. That much of a difference. Yeah.
It was a big difference.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Thank you for joining me here in the Game Dojo. I'm glad we caught this one. I'm glad we saw this one. I've never been more happy to be able to give my review of a Rebel Moon movie and say it was awesome, because that's what it is. The director's cut. Not the original, the director's cut. Make sure you got that DC director's cut. This one, out of the park. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
It gets an A+ on my Richter scale.
There you go. From the Game Dojo, this is 24K movies, TV shows, and reviews saying, stay tuned, get them popcorn buckets handy, because we got more coming for you. Sorry for the last couple of weeks. My health has been very bad. I've had some issues, so I haven't been able to get out the videos that I wanted to get out. But I'm glad we were able to get this video out today. And I just want you guys to see it. Just go out and see it. Find a way, there's tons of avenues that I'm quite sure you can find. If I was able to do it, you guys can. Just find Rebel Moon, the director's cut, and watch it. Just go into it, open mind, watch it. Guarantee you, different experience from what you saw before. Completely different experience. Anyway, from the Game Dojo and the Heart of Gamer Nation, this is 24K movies, TV shows, and reviews, giving Rebel Moon, that's right, a second review. Something you never see. A second chance at life. DC did it with Justice League, with the Snyderverse, and now Rebel Moon has done it with its initial director's cut. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'll catch you next time. From the Game Dojo, I'll see you later.